welcome to RoboVoices. This is Miss Wong, and today I have the pleasure of ninth grader Kira. Kira, welcome.
Hi.
We are so happy to have you here with us, or with me here at RoboVoices. And as I always do, before we jump into the topic of your choice, I'm going to ask you just a few questions just so our audience can get to know you a little better, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, so my first one is, what's your favorite candy?
My favorite candy, I would say, is Reese's.
Ooh.
Reese's Pieces.
Nice. Oh, the pieces versus the
Yes.
cups. Oh, okay. How about your favorite color?
I would say green, 100%.
Oh, then this room is perfect for you.
It is.
If you had to choose between a beach or a lake?
I would say a lake just because of the safety from the sharks and like the big fish.
I like it. And if you had an hour to yourself, what would you do in that hour?
I can see myself maybe doing something calming like drawing while listening to music.
Very nice. So do you like to draw in general? Are you taking any art classes right now?
I'm taking ceramics right now, which I would say isn't my preferred type, but I like drawing, just like doodles, not anything like too professional.
Oh, got it. But just doodling. Very nice. Yeah. And the final question is, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Okay. So hopefully I see myself maybe traveling the United States, and hopefully maybe like an RV or like a van or something, I think that'd be pretty ideal.
So you're looking forward to seeing more of the country, just different aspects. Very cool. I love it. Well, thank you for that, Kira. Yeah. So we are going to go ahead and jump into the subject. The topic that you wanted to talk about was school community, clubs, and student experiences. And you were saying how you think it's important for students to kind of hear from peers, right, regarding their perspective on this. Tell me more. What are your thoughts on that?
So I know for me, when I first came to school, I had a lot of welcoming, messages from the teachers, and I thought that was great. But there was also a lot of students, such as like our ambassador, who's also a student. And I think that really helped because it was less intimidating, I would say. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
So definitely hearing from our ambassadors. And for the audience members who don't know who our ambassadors are, these are our students who actually welcome our new students and kind of show them around the building and help them become familiar with Robinson as a whole.
Yes.
Very nice. And you are technically a new student as a ninth grader, right? Because you did not attend Robinson in middle school. So this is really new for you, just, for the year. How has that experience been for you?
I think overall, I enjoy moving schools, I think, because I can just meet new people. Mm-hmm. But I think what was different this time is I was like familiar with the people in the school, but I didn't really know them that much. Mm-hmm. So I feel like jumping into high school was a little difficult because I felt like everyone around me was kind of familiar with each other already.
Right.
But overall, people are always welcome to make new friends is what I noticed. That
is fantastic. And you seem very willing to ask questions, to talk to people. Would you say that's true?
It is.
And that's wonderful. I think it's important for students to advocate for themselves. And, we have students who are more on the shy side, more on the quiet side. So how do you think we can help those students who are new to Robinson and don't reach out to others?
In my experience, I think definitely going to clubs and getting involved in different activities in the school that are like similar to what you like. Mm-hmm. Like if you like art, there's art clubs that you can join. Mm-hmm. If you like reading, maybe visit the library and just see like the community of people who are like similar to what you enjoy.
Very nice. And you said that you noticed that it is a pretty friendly place, right? What would you do if you saw a student that you knew was new? Would you take it upon yourself to reach out to them and invite them to things?
I definitely would because I've been there, and, this person's probably thinking like, oh, I would like to make a new friend too. So, if you're looking for a friend, someone else is, put one and one together.
Absolutely. And you've brought up a really good point. A lot of times we are kind of in our own little bubbles. Once you're here and you've established your friend group, sometimes it's hard to see past that, right? And if you're sitting with your group at lunch, it's hard to notice the other new students who might be by themselves because they don't know anybody or they don't have someone that they're familiar with. So I think what the message I'm also hearing is it's also good to kind of look up, right? And see who's out there who might need a friendly face, a friendly voice, someone who can just reach out to them and make them feel more welcome, because that's really, I think, the heart of Robinson. And I love that you felt that when you first came here.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fluid throughout the school. People who are always just trying to look for other people to talk to.
Absolutely. If you were to, knowing what our staff always does, teachers are always trying to teach lessons to students. You said that it's sometimes more valuable or it means more if it comes from a peer. What do you think is a topic that students would listen more to if it came from a peer?
I think that maybe like getting involved in the school, I think that's more meaningful when it comes from a peer because they've been there themselves, and to just hear from their personal experience. And in that perspective is more comforting, in my opinion.
Absolutely, because teachers are always so proud of the school and proud of all of these activities. But really, as a teen yourself, you can say, well, if you really like this will make more sense. And I think that there's a connection between you and your peers that's different from an adult in the building, correct?
That is right, yeah.
Good. What other thoughts do you have about this that you want others to know who are listening?
I would say if you want to try talking to someone, my best advice is maybe like if they're in any of your classes, just like a simple conversation like, oh, do you know like when the homework is due? Just something simple like that, I think really like can start a good friendship.
Absolutely. So it can just be something as innocuous as, oh, do you recall what the homework was? Did you like that activity? So really kind of starting small. It's not like you have to like jump in and say, hey, can I be your best friend? Right? And I think that it's important to hear that from you because just because you start a conversation with someone doesn't automatically mean, oh, this is my best friend. This is who I'm going to stick with forever and ever. There are 3,600 students in this building, right? But it's nice once you meet people that you really connect with. But you're not going to know if you connect with someone unless you actually talk to them, right?
Yeah.
So I love your advice. Start small. Just, ask about homework. Ask about maybe what they had for lunch or something like that, right?
Yeah, I know a lot of my first friends at Robinson here, it just started off like having the same classes and being sat next to each other, and we just start talking about like what kind of other classes we have, what other stuff we take, and just
Yeah, and that's why your teachers actually put you in different groups, and that's a strategy that a lot of teachers use, knowing that here are ninth graders specifically who are coming into the high school who may or may not have been together in middle school. They might not know each other. So that's why a lot of teachers do random groups, in the class. And sometimes they let you pick your own groups, but there's something that can really grow from meeting someone that you normally don't talk to.
Yeah, I think there's just something about being quote unquote forced into a group. I think it just kind of brings you together in a more unnatural way.
Organic, yes.
Yeah, which could be, better.
Absolutely. I think that's wonderful. So, Kira, can you describe one of your own experiences here at Robinson?
So, my brother actually, who also came here from like Braddock, he was telling me about the Robinson Library team, and obviously, since I'm new here, I really want to get involved in something. So I signed up for the Robinson Library team, which is just basically being in a group of kids who come to the library and organize different activities and events you guys can see. So I signed up and I got in, which was, great.
That's wonderful.
So I go to the first meeting. I don't really know anybody there, but we were kind of put into different tables based on grade, based on stuff we like, that kind of stuff. And I really like that because it was just like a smaller group of kids throughout the whole school. And one of the people I actually met there was someone in my class, but I had never really talked to them until now. So I think just being put in this club and then seeing someone that I know just gave me like the perfect opportunity to make a new friend.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. And it also makes you feel safe and comfortable because it was a club you chose. You gave it a try, you put yourself out there. And I think that says a lot, Kira. And I encourage students out there to get involved and to jump right in and try something. And if you don't like it, if you didn't like it, I'm sure the sponsor would have been like, it's okay, Kira, you don't have to come back. But clearly you did like it. And it gave you an opportunity to connect with a peer from a class. I think that's absolutely wonderful. So do you see yourself, knowing that you have 3 more years with us here at Robinson, do you see yourself potentially trying some different clubs in the future?
Yeah, I think when joining clubs, I think you just have to realize that maybe you could bring a friend if you wanted to, but even if you don't bring a friend, just keep in mind that you'll definitely meet someone there who has the same interests as you.
That is wonderful. And what I will say is I hope students are listening going, okay, that was me. I'm in that same boat. I am interested. And I think I'm going to try that, especially hearing it from a 9th grader, not hearing it from an upperclassman who's been here at Robinson for a number of years, feels comfortable, but someone who has only been here since August to say, hey, here I am. It's March. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling better and more willing to try some different things here at Robinson.
Yeah.
Well, that is great, Kira. Thank you so much for joining us. Are there any final words that you want to say?
I would say, put yourself out there. Even though it's hard, you'll definitely find someone or something that you definitely enjoy.
I love it. That is a great message. So thank you, Kira, for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Robinson community. We hope everyone has a wonderful day.